Hello and welcome to the show that brings you the best of international water sports action from around the world. Two features this week, and later in the show we'll join some of the world's top women surfers as they take to the water for the Swatch Girls Pro in France. But first, we take you to Dubai for the 7th and final round of the Skydive Dubai XCAT World Series. Your reporter, Chris Hartley.
After a year in which it's gone truly global, the UIM Skydive Dubai XCAT World Series has gone back to its roots for the final round of 2013. Before highlights of a thrilling season finale, a brief look back at what's been the biggest and best year of the world's most exciting offshore powerboat series. Heat 1 saw the fleet kick off proceedings on the familiar blue waters of the Gulf. Victory opened their account with a solid third place, with Mawad coming home second. But it was reigning champions Fazza who let everyone know exactly who was still in charge. Round 2 and Fazza continued to stamp their authority on the new season, with Mawad once again second, and Qatar team coming home in third. 2 wins out of 2, the question on everyone's lips then, could anyone stop Fazza? Round 3, still in Dubai, gave us the answer loud and clear. No one is infallible. And when Fazza retired early in the game, it was open water for the rest of the fleet.
There's the buoy over there, dude.
Unfortunately for Mawad, they paid dearly for a missed buoy and finished 7th. Westerland Racing were there, ready and waiting though, and the boat from Sweden took its well-deserved maiden victory, with boat 33 Victory in second spot and number 11 Spirit of Dubai in third. Round 4 saw the first ever overseas race, Lake Maggiore in Italy and the spectacular city of Stresa. With the comparatively flat water of the lake making it a difficult one to predict, Mawad lost ground at the start, but recovered enough to grab some points in 4th. Victory were on the podium yet again in 3rd. Fazza were back in the points, but only 2nd place this time, because there was a new name at the top, Skydive Dubai taking their maiden win. Just a week later, the circus moved on, just down the lake to Arona, where it seemed the entire population were out for the thrills and the drama. And there was certainly no lack of it, as the number 22 Videx boat flipped early on, quickly followed by the number 33 Victory boat. As ever, the XCAT rescue teams were instantly on the spot to ensure the safety of the crews. Nobody was hurt in this instance, but the boats themselves were out of action for the rest of the day. The race restarted, and much to the delight of the people of Verona, it was the distinctive polka dot boat 6 of Nicolini and Polly who took the win in their home country. Skydive Dubai followed their victory in Stresa with a solid 2nd place here, bringing themselves very much into contention, especially as Fazza once again fell victim to mechanical problems. Mawad back on the podium in 3rd. Another first for the series, as the major container port of Ningbo in China ships in the XCAT Tour for its first ever appearance in Asia. Victory's championship challenge went off the rails again with another crash, this time in qualifying. There was another 3rd place finish for Mawad. Fazza brought it home in 2nd, but this was their 4th race without a win, and their championship lead was under threat. And of the challengers, it was Skydive Dubai closing in with their second win of the season. So the 2013 title still up for grabs as round 7 brought the fleet home to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates for the season finale. So all eyes on Fazza for the showdown, where Arif Al Zafin was reunited with Nadir Bin Hendi after 2 years away from racing. But Nadir has been keeping a close eye on the championship all season.
It was a tough season. All the competitors are challenging and they're all strong. We are like neck to each other, as you could see from the last race in China. But the top 4 or 5 boats were all like half a second difference. So it keeps you up on your toes to prepare a good setup, to work on your boat more, on the handling, on the corners. But it always keeps a lot of pressure on you because it's your hometown and everyone expects a lot from you. So everyone's watching you and cheering you. So it's. I hope we meet their expectation. That's the most important part.
Well, after a season which has seen them emerge as Fazza's biggest rivals, Gary Ballou and Omar Daniel of Mawad are well aware of the opportunity which they're facing, but also of the huge challenge it represents.
We've been fortunate enough to be consistent every race and fall into a spot that's put us up into second in the points right now. This race, the last race of the season, again, we just want to finish and then let the cards fall where they may, and hopefully we'll come out on top.
We're going to go out, be smart, and run real hard and get them worth their money of a race.
Skydive Dubai is also very much in the running after winning 2 out of the last 3 races, and throttleman Jay Price is happy to be back in Dubai for the final.
For me, it's been a great season. I mean, I came into this circuit without any training, and right here was my first race. I got my first pole position. Of course, I broke the engine off the back, wasn't able to finish. But the 3 races that I finished, I was first in 2 and second in the other. We couldn't ask for a better program in an opening season.
4th in the standings are 6, featuring another X-Class 1 racer, Tommaso Polli. How do the 2 formulae compare?
We race much closer to each other. 1 second of distraction, you miss you miss the right angle on a corner, you get overtaken by a couple of boats. It's more like MotoGP in a way, when you see overtaking happening more often than Class 1. Class 1, the much heavier boats, you commit to a line, you try to stay away from other boats. It's 5 tons boat, this is only 1.5 tons, 2 tons boat. So it's a different style. Plus you have much better control on the corner, so it allows you to get closer to other boats because you can easily maneuver and correct the way, while with the surface propeller as Class 1, when you commit to a line, the boat is going to cut through that line and you're going to slice another boat if it's in the way.
Well, the last time the XCAT Series was here in Dubai, Westerland Racing topped the podium. But as driver Joachim Kumlin explained, it hasn't all been plain sailing this year.
The season was hard in the beginning. We had a really big problem with the engines. 3 engines just popped out, and the second race we couldn't run the second race because of the problem with the engines. So and in stress as well, the gearbox broke down. So 3 races gone. We win the Dubai race. That was great, and hopefully it will be rough conditions as we always wish here in Dubai. And Daniel and me, we are really good together. So it will be a great race if we have the rough conditions.
Time for the first competitive action of the weekend as Jack Nichols brings us highlights of the SpeedCat run.
It's time for the final SpeedCat run of the season here in the Mina Siahi region of Dubai, just in front of the Dubai International Marine Club. The Pace Cat will lead 2 boats to the start position. They will then raise a green flag and the race will be underway. We're into the semi-finals. It's Fazza versus Westerland Racing. There are the Westerland Racing pair, Joachim Kumlin and Daniel Svensson, up against Fazza, Arif Al Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi. Fazza have beaten 6 Qatar team in the first 2 rounds, and Westerland Racing beat boat number 28, Marine Investimenti Sud, and Moad. There's the green flag then. The first semi-final is underway. Who's going to get a good start? Well, Fazza have certainly got an excellent start, haven't they? They're pulling a few metres clear already in the opening stages. Fazza, a very, very strong boat. and they get even quicker as they get towards the top end of their speed, as well as being strong under acceleration. Westland Racing are sticking with them though. There can't be that much between them. Here we can see on virtual eye, it's increasing all the time though, up to 40 meters as they approach the finish line, and it looks as though Fazza are going to go through to the final as they head towards the checkered boys, and Fazza take the win. All down to a good start from throttleman Arif Al-Zafin, and Westland Racing doing a decent job. There's Arif on the right hand side. He's the man with the throttle. He was the man who reacted best to the green flag. Here you can see the start, and the green flag goes up from Pasquale Sassana, the WPPA operations director. There you can see Fazza immediately getting the jump up to 110 kilometers an hour, much quicker than Westland Racing. Who will face Fazza in the final? It's a battle between Skydive Dubai, the white boat nearest to the shore, and Spirit of Dubai, the black boat on the left-hand side there, boat number 11. It's going to be an entertaining race, this. These two are controlling the white boat. Jay Price was on the right-hand side with the throttle. Sultan Al Dahuri on the left with the steering as the green flag goes up then. Looks like a good initial getaway from Skydive Dubai. They might just have the advantage. But no, look at that. Spirit of Dubai it is who have pulled clear. It looked like a better initial getaway from boat 7. We're on board with them now, and you can see Jay Price looking out towards Spirit of Dubai. He can see that 18-meter gap that we're seeing now on virtual eye. It looks as though Spirit of Dubai are going to get through to the final here. The gap extending as they come towards the checkered flag. And it's Spirit of Dubai who go through to face Fazza in the final. That'll be very disappointing. You can see it on their faces. Spirit of Dubai edging out a 25-meter advantage at the finish line, and they go through to the final at the expense of Skydive Dubai. Good result for Rashid Al-Mari and Salim Fadel Al-Hamli, and they will loop back around and head back to contest the final. First of all, we've got the small final, the third place playoff. It's Westland Racing on the left-hand side, Skydive Dubai nearest to the shore. This is for third place. There goes the green flag. Good rooster tails from Westland Racing, and they immediately get the advantage. They start to pull clear. There are Joachim Kumlin and Daniel Svensson looking out their window just to see where Skydive Dubai are. And the answer is closing, I think. Skydive Dubai certainly look like they're closing that gap a little bit. After a good start from Westland, this could be very close come the finish line, because Jay Price and Sultan Al Dahuri are closing in. As they come towards the checkered buoy, it's going to be almost a photo finish, but it's Skydive Dubai who grab the third position. Look at this as they come towards the finish line. And you can see it's just Skydive Dubai, despite that poor start, who take third place. Here we go then, time for the final. The Burj Al Arab in the background as the boats come under the bridge that leads out to the Palm. It's going to be Fazza versus Spirit of Dubai as they wait for the green flag. There it is, Pasquale waving it with quite a bit of gusto, and it's a good initial start from Fazza. You'd expect them to have this one pretty much in the bag. They're the best boat out there, and they have been all season. They're challenging for the championship. But Spirit of Dubai are sticking with them. There's only, 11 meters between them. It's edging up now just a little bit, but it was impressive work from Spirit of Dubai to stay with them so close. There's not even a boat length between them as they come towards the finish line, but it's Fazza who come across the line to take the win in the SpeedCat run. Hitting 182 kilometers an hour at the finish line, Fazza take the victory.
Well, it's a great opportunity to be back racing. It's a nice feeling. It's been away for 2 years, but coming back and winning is a nice emotional feeling. I'd like to thank my partner, Arif, who did a great job on the boat, the team, the crew, everyone did a fantastic job by preparing a very fast boat. Tomorrow is another day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow, inshallah.
Still to come, the final race of the season here at the Dubai International Marine Club.
And join us later in the show when we'll have top-class surfing action from the Swatch Girls Pro in France. See you in a couple of minutes.